everyone. My name is Mr. Allen. This is Intro to Game Design B. It's week 10, our last week before spring break. On the homepage, there's a new thing. It's there's a site conference coming up, CTE conference. If you want to go, just click that link and fill out the form so we know who's coming. I'm doing one workshop thing about like negotiating or something. I think it's negotiation skills. So it's all like soft skills. But last year it was pretty fun. So if you want to go, click that. This week there's not a ton going on. It's basically continuing from last week. So week 10, if you haven't finished your intro to level creation assignment, that's basically all you need to do this week. There's a quick discussion and some book reading, but those are quick assignments. There's only 4 pages of book reading, so it shouldn't take you long. Just give me the normal facts you learned from it or a summary. Then we have a discussion this week, which is just open. You guys can discuss anything you want as far as the project and the class. So here's just some ideas of things you can talk about. Game mechanics, story ideas, team names. Well, I'll talk about that in a second. You can show everybody what you're working on. You can ask for help. You can ask if you need something from a teammate. You can talk about planning things out for the rest of the year. You can talk about your final project ideas or anything else you want to share. When we come back from break, you guys should be ready to at least pitch your final project ideas and then start working on it pretty soon after. When you're done with that, respond to 2 of your peers. And then I'm doing team name voting again. Round 2. I cut out the ones that didn't get that many votes. So these 2 were the most popular. I just added this one because my other student came up with that name. But by all means, give us other names if there's any cool ones you can think of, and they'll make it into the next round of voting. So that's it for that one. And then the main assignment is the one we were doing last week. So you're making just a little world, little level. This is just for practice, but if you wanted to make it somehow relate to our game, that'd be cool too. But basically just use the geometry brushes, so these things. And remember, you can add and subtract to make different shapes. You can edit the geometry by clicking here and I gotta turn the light on. It's crazy. Oops, not basic. So you want geometry, not basic stuff. The basics, you can't edit. The geometry, you can. That's the difference. So you can make any kind of simple level design with this stuff. Remember, you can also do subtract right here to get a different kind of look going. You can cut out any shape you need to. And then throw some materials on it. with these, you can do different materials like per area. So you can kind of make it look pretty cool just pretty easily. I don't know what I'm making, but yeah, you can really make anything with the basic geometry brushes here. You should also include some static meshes, either your own or you can use the starter content, or you could use any other content you can find. By static mesh, I just mean it's got to be a model instead of, what is this? Whoa. Instead of a geometry brush. So just some sort of model needs to be in here. Put your own, or you can use the starter content. Here's a character I did for the game. You need lighting, so all your lights are here. Once you put your lighting in, you do have to build it. So go to build and then do build lighting. Takes a little while though, so. You can also change like the color of the light and the intensity, the radius, all that good stuff. Right now, this just has one light source. Which if you're going to do just the sun, you should match where the sun is roughly. And you only need one. This will cover the whole entire map, just like the sun would. And then the movable mesh, if you need help with that, you can look at last week's conference, or you can just go through these tutorials here. This will help you with everything. If you're really clueless, you can watch all of these. If you just need help with the movable mesh, I think it starts here at number 8, 9, and 10. So you use a trigger box to be able to move a mesh of some sort. So you had last week, this week, and if you want to work on it on spring break, you can. But you have at least 2 weeks to build a little level. And then I'd like a video, like a quick video. If you don't know how to do that, you can just send me some screenshots. A couple screenshots is fine to show me around the level, but I got to see that your door or whatever works, your movable mesh. If you really wanted to set it up properly and send it to me, you can. Just make sure I have the whatever meshes that you use. You can send me the level. Or we can all start using source control, which I want us to all start using. And we could all save our own levels. So like in here, there's a map folder with only one map, which is this empty map. You guys could all be putting your own levels in here. But you would need to connect to source control. So the big source control button's up here. When you set up source control, I've been trying to get you guys to use it. You got to download a couple things. The whole point of source control is so we can all work on the same project together and not have to be sending all the files constantly. It just uploads to the cloud. You got to download, go to here and download this. And then also go to GitHub and sign up. Git is like the software like that makes everything work, and GitHub is the actual site that's going to be hosting all our stuff. So go to GitHub, sign up. You can also go to desktop.github and download their desktop client, which looks like this. Any minute now. There we go. So it's broken into branches. This is the master branch, and here's all the changes that have been added so far. I can look at looks like Zach hasn't made any changes since, but if he did, they would show here, and then they would merge back together. Mine should be fine. Basically, when you come in here and you want to start working, go in here and type your name and click create new branch, and then all that work will be on its own branch. And when you're done working on whatever you're doing, you just press commit and then press pull. Actually, I don't even think you have to pull. I think you just press commit and sync. I'm still learning this too, so right. So here's like some of the changes. If I go into changes, this is what I've changed recently. This stuff doesn't matter. These are just set local settings for your computer. GitHub should just filter these out and not even take them. But if I were to do something, I could type it in here and say, tell me what it is, what the change is, press commit, and then it should go to the master. When you make a change in Unreal, you just go source control, submit to source control. And you just put whatever it's called here. I'm not going to actually submit this because these have already been submitted. They'll have like a symbol here. I forgot it's like a check mark or a plus symbol if they're new. And if you upload like something that you want to add to source control, if you upload like a new model, you can just go to whatever you have, right click, and then do mark for add, and it'll add it if it's not already doing that for you. So when you first log in and get set up, you can go into download that, download this, then go to GitHub, and the URL is right here. Oh, actually, before that, you got to send me your username so that you can have this stuff. I think you can download it, but I don't even know my password. There we go. So me, Zach, and Hunter are on here. Once you get your GitHub name, just email me that or send me on Discord, and then I'll add you, and then you can start downloading and uploading. You'll just need to go to this URL here. This is where our repository is what it's called. That's where it's hosted. And then you'll go to clone or download. You can either download it, or I like to open it in desktop, which will open it here in your little desktop thing. And then you create your own branch, call it whatever you want, and then do a pull request into your branch. So it'll pull everything from the master branch into your branch, and then it'll be locally on your computer. You can work with it, and then when you're done, you just press commit, and your changes will go back into the master. If that makes sense. Oh, I can't hear you guys for some reason. Hold on. Should be able to. Yeah. Oh, now it works. Weird. Okay, what's up? I wasn't hearing audio from Discord for some reason. Okay. Okay, let's see. Pull request. So when you guys do pull requests, they come through right here, and then I just got to look at it and say yes or no. I guess I'll go for it. Okay, see if it works for you. We're still trying to work out the kinks and the bugs, but you know, it's way better than everybody doing their own projects and trying to send it to each other and all that garbage. So if you do get to the Springs page, I have a little wiki thing I made here. This is roughly the instructions. Hopefully they're not wrong. Then once we get going with this, we can use some of these other things too. This shows me how much you guys are committing. Looks like I'm by far doing the most commits. Mostly just playing around and learning it. Because I want to show you guys real quick. What's up, Hunter? It's all good. It's kind of a slow day. I'm just talking about GitHub, and that's about it, you know. Yeah. For what classes? Oh, wow. Well, at least you're caught up. No? Well, at least you made progress. So you guys see my character? What do you think? Looks good, right? There's only one issue, which I don't think anybody even noticed besides me, is eyelashes. I can't get the transparency to work properly on the eyelashes. So it looks like he's wearing eyeliner. Like it's supposed to be kind of see-through eyelashes, but for whatever reason, Unreal it's either going full transparent or fully opaque. So the guy was see-through. I think I can live with it. We'll fix it later if we have to. I know, and especially when it's all lit, not gonna be able to tell it all. But that's Jonathan Phoenix for now. That's his name, right? That's what it is in the game design doc. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, if we're gonna try to make it multiplayer, that's something Zach and I guess, can look into. Because yeah, we got to find like where we got to host it somewhere. So if I have to build a machine and leave it somewhere, we can use that as a host. We can easily do it on LAN. Like once I have the office set up, that'd be easy. But doing it hosted somewhere, we'll have to figure that part out. Totally doable. There's like all Unreal games are online pretty much, so it's not too hard to do. But then we just got to get it built and working. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Just leave them somewhere. Yeah, we just have to set it up properly. And we could just have like remote access to a computer so that we can get into the computer from our house and update it to whatever version we're on. Yeah, Zach, I brought in the first-person blueprints and all the garbage that came with the weapon and all that first-person stuff. But it's when I press play, it's not starting like that. It's starting me as just like a ghost floating camera. So I'm not okay. Yeah, GitHub's a little tricky sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I've gotten stuck before too, where it won't merge or whatever, and I've just had to delete it and re-download it. Worst case scenario. All the files and your local repository, and then just download the master again. That's what I've done. Like, you could download the zip, or once you remove the repository and stuff out of your GitHub desktop, you can just clone it back into here, and you should be good. Nope, didn't see it. Well, you want me to try this again, Zach? It says you did another one. Create pull open a pull request, disable them. Nice. Gangster. Did that go through for you, Zach, or no?
Yeah, I got everything.
Oh, it worked that time?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, just a little buggy, but.
Do I still have to press commit to the factory?
If it lets you commit to the master, I don't really care, but it's just better to have separate branches, I guess.
Well, it's just these are all your
Oh, you can't get they're not downloading for you?
I can try starting the game and see.
Yeah, check it out. I put the nature pack, which is everything that was under 100 megs. It's crazy. A lot of the nature stuff was over 100 megs. So it won't accept anything that's over 100. But I did bring everything else that we could. So there's some bushes and a couple trees and rocks and stuff. And then also free materials, all the game texture materials. And I brought the first person blueprints. I don't know why it's not working. We found there was one. Where was it? Somebody found a water material. We just need to make a. Oh yeah, where? Swimmable.
I'm currently working on that now.
You'd have to do like a physics volume of some sort, right? That'll trigger like an animation. I don't know if I have a swimming animation. It's all right. Yeah, I'll probably need a swimming animation if we're gonna do water, or unless we're doing like shallow water where you can just run through it. Okay.
Alright, I got everything in the game now.
Cool. I don't think.
I don't know how to get your character.
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, well, no, how do I get the character into the starting character? Because right now it doesn't have a starting character.
Yeah, that's the problem. So I don't know why the blueprints aren't working, but the first person blueprints, I've already changed the character. So if you load it up, if it,
For the first person character, it's just empty.
okay, so here's what I have. Basically, I might need to compile it. Basically, all I needed to do was go in and change the mesh here and set him as the skeletal mesh. And that should do it, but there is no starting character at the moment, so I don't know why it's not triggering. But he should be. See, he's the first, oh, I think he's sideways though. Oh boy. Something's all wacky. Yeah, I don't know. No, this is it. You can make another one if you want. Just put maps and then add them in the map thing. That's what we got to figure out. Yeah. There's a lot of character textures. If you look at it, it's got hair, eyeglasses, pants, all separate textures, shoes. Well, you shouldn't be taking 9 classes, but I have 6 classes, and my homework is I have to make assignments for everybody all the time. And I have 2 kids, so it's I'm kind of busy too. But I do enjoy it, and I did have I had a head start on you guys. I already know a bit, but there are some things I don't quite know. I wasn't generally the person in charge of character models or animations, and I have never set up GitHub before, but learning our way through it, no problem. We'll figure out what the deal is. I'll play around, or if Zach, you can figure it out. Yeah, to get them running. If you have to download stuff from here, you can just download it. it might mess up your branches and stuff. In that case, you might just have to delete your repository and clone it back over. All right. Well, I didn't have too much to go over today. That's kind of it. Just talking about Git and then having you guys. Cool. Not the guy though, right? Okay, you got all the stuff. Good. Yeah, Zach, remember I was telling you about like we probably don't need intermediate and saved and config files. I don't think we need these because this is just like garbage for your local. It's like cache files and stuff we don't necessarily need. So I could probably delete them. I don't know if I have it under git ignore. So if you look on here, I put the UE4 ignore files. I copied this from somebody else, but basically any Visual Studio files, any compiled object files, and then at the end, it's supposed to block intermediate folder, saved folder, build binaries. I guess config it doesn't block, so we'll leave that one alone. I must have messed it up somehow. Yeah, I know. It does that for me too. It's got to be in the blueprints somewhere that maybe I put them in there twice where yeah, so I think we might be able to get rid of this one if you go into the blueprints, like yeah, so we just need the skeletal mesh, I believe. Yeah, so maybe if we clear the inherited one, I don't know. Let me try that. Input access. It doesn't let me compile it either. Okay. Well, just for now, so we have something to see if he can hold it, you know? Oh boy. VR gun, FP. Jeez. I think he's crooked too. Like he is facing the wrong direction. Well, no, he's facing 90 degrees to the right. Yeah. And the gun. Yeah, me too. I don't know. We'll see when the stats come out on it. It just seems like basically like a computer, like a small computer. So yeah, um, I don't know. We'll see. I guess I've never. I've never been a Xbox guy, so I have one sitting here and it's still like unused. Hmm. What were you saying, Zach?
There is that you're using the target for in game as a self, and that's not a valid target.
Oh, okay. I swear, all I tried to do was swap the mesh, pretty much. But
It says it's for motion controllers.
oh yeah, because that's built in here too.
Just applies to me, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it'd be cool if we could do VR, but that's like an option.
For now, I guess we just delete one thing.
Yeah, you can disable, disconnect, or delete whatever you got to do. We can always, you know, go in and reload the first person blueprints and steal this content back out of it. You know.
What should the target be for?
Which target?
It's if each MD and motion controllers are named, that point at the top where it says set hidden in game. It says I'm getting an error for that. I don't know, it's just
That seems like it would be correct though, right? Like if you're using motion controls, well, it has both. It has the VR gun and the mesh. I would think you'd want to hide the mesh because you are the mesh, but
like VR gun consists of
let's see. VR gun is just this gun. It looks like, but yeah, you can disable it. You
attached. Wait, what is that? That it's attached to? Mine doesn't have
here.
the one on the left.
This stuff.
Just VR mesh.
Which one?
Well, there's set hidden in game for VR gun, and then there's another set hidden in game, but it
Oh,
doesn't have a target.
it says mesh 2P.
Mesh.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the reason why it's not working is because I deleted it.
Okay, that might do it. I'm sure there's a few things we got to fix. I also had kind of an issue with. This is what's giving me a hard time is the input action fire, and then the input look up and move around. All the inputs for moving around and firing is not working for me for some reason. And jumping, I'm not sure why. My jump animations are kind of wonky because I didn't have like a jump end animation, so I just used jump twice. It might look weird. Where's my blueprint? Oh, you put audio in there? yeah, if you can get set up with Git, then you could you can push that level into this game, and we can all have it. You know.
I didn't know you could do that with that's weird because I thought that only worked on zombies and all that. Because when I try to play, I always have it enabled, but it doesn't seem like it's actually.
Really, it's working. You play as a person. Okay, cool. I'll let you struggle with it. I got this far. I did that all the legwork to get this going, but the animation blueprint, I did what I could. Hopefully, it's proper.
I deleted the second mesh and replaced it with the inherent mesh.
Yeah.
And just put the animation in that. And then I changed everything that was messed up and replaced it with the inherent mesh rather than the other mesh that was there.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be good. Does he? I mean, looks like he's on the floor there. Is he floating? Whatever. I'm lost. We can, honestly, we can change it. We just got to get the workflow going. Once we get one character, I can start making the other ones. Or just commit it or whatever. You're kind of confused. Like if a poll, I guess that would, yeah, I guess you could. Only to your branch though. So I guess you'd have to do a poll. Yeah. And yeah. So yeah, if you make any changes you want to commit to it, that's cool. Especially if you get them working, then for sure. Okay, progress. Whatever. Just try to make it so his like capsule isn't penetrating. Otherwise, it'll start wigging out. If his collision is inside of something, it'll freak out. You can move it up and down. Yeah. Yeah, we could worry about that later. I just see if we can get him as the character, even if he's walking sideways or whatever. I just maybe.
All on class would be first person.
First person game mode right here. Default pawn class. It should be all the same. All I did is swap the mesh, and I don't know why it's not reading this, but
I'm wondering if it's I don't know. Well, I always had this problem whenever I play mine or the players are if I see it's cute.
yeah, I might try it on like a fresh one too, just like not on the GitHub thing. I might try to see if it works, but yeah, that's what I might do. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can. Happy birthday. Okay, that's a little early. Oh yeah. I heard the word on the street. Cool. Yeah, and then just popping him in there. First person example map. Yeah. Should be. Let's see if it works. I'm stuck on 75%. Oh, there we go. Whoa, holy cow. Is this a landscape? Gotta be, right? Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, there's a guy. Something's going on. He's constantly jumping. I'm inside of him, but I can't move. I'm in his ear. um, what errors? Like, why do you need to rebuild? Suppress the errors. Yeah, that is game design. Yeah, well, me neither. It usually pops up a thing. Window. Under here. I don't have Call of Duty. Here's all your messages and errors and outputs and stuff, Zach. In developer tools, just go to like message log, output log. I think all I'm getting is lighting, but when I play, I mean, there's obviously something wrong. You can see stuck inside of him, can't move. Yeah, probably. I don't even bother with the lighting until like, you know, I have nothing better to do. Yeah. And he is sideways, so I don't know if we can rotate him. I think either one would work, but we. I don't know, but I can't just rip. I don't know if I can just rotate one or the other. They're kind of attached. I'd have to go in, maybe in the blueprints or something. Here we could do. Oops. Camera. Oh man, I keep doing it the wrong way too. Inside the character, like mesh or what? Why? That's yeah. Oh look, I can rotate them right here. 90. Okay, that's better. I'm still inside of his head. I'm in his teeth. Look at my guy. He's creepy. See through his mouth. Look at his eyeballs. I don't know. I did him as a whole person. If we want, we can get rid of him and just have arms, you know? Or we could do it. True. Or we could do it third person, but. Well, I'm just going to scoot him back, but, you know, behind it. No, either way, yeah. One or the other. Yeah, the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Sure he does. Yeah, that would be ideal. Yeah, well, we'll have to figure out, yeah, how to make it run smoother. We might have to do level streaming and LOD. They should have LODs already on them, but no. My computer probably wouldn't let it happen anyways. Well, this is fine. Like it, I put it. It looks like it'd be fine. Like I don't see his head now, but I can't control him, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, work on stuff together. Yeah. Although. Yeah, then you just have too many trees in one area. Yeah, level streaming. We gotta. Yeah, that's way too. It's too tight. Yeah, because all those trees have leaves that work with the wind, and like each one of those trees has pretty fat textures too. You're gonna have to space them out. If you want a mega dense forest, we'll have to make our own trees that are simpler. Like maybe we can have some simple trees in between the more advanced trees. Is that one mesh or is that like 5 that you're putting down at one time? Yeah, I think that's too dense. You can change the paint density up top too. So it'll drop everything to like 0.1 or 0.01 or something. Yeah, those are the ones that came with the, they're in here. See, they're in our foliage in the Git folder, Zach. There's actually in trees. We have hill tree tall, Scots pine, and Scots pine tall. That's all I could get in. So, which one's that you're using? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have that one. That is most definitely probably why it's not working. That should work. That's I don't know. That's still a little tight, but look at it. Yeah, look at it from like player height. Like see how it looks. I mean, that's a pretty imposing forest. You could probably fill in with more, more bushes and grass. They're less of a memory hog. There's also a way to track. I forgot. Let's see. Nighttime, we just need to do a different sky. You can also drop the sunlight. But there'll still be that sun in the sky, so you probably want a different sky dome. Yeah, we should. So your skylight is here. You could mess with the light color and the intensity. It looks fine, but I bet you it's going to be too laggy. Do you? Oh well, yeah. I'm watching it on the internet, so it looks all choppy. But put up a frame rate counter. Let's see. Make sure you can keep it up on your computer. Try to get it up at like 30 at least. I think there's one in Unreal somewhere. Oh, right here. You see, Hunter? Show FPS. Oh, well, then wait for YouTube to catch up. Wait for it. Just wait for it. If you want, sure.
I don't know how to do
Oh, there you go, Hunter. See? See where it says show FPS kind of at the top? There you go. That'll let you show your frame rate, and you can see if it drops drastically when you look at stuff. There's also a way to, I forget off the top of my head. There's a way to have it like highlight in color codes, like bottlenecks in your, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna want to keep it above 30, and bear in mind we got to add some other stuff too. Still. Yeah. Because you're looking at less trees. When you look back into the forest, it gets a little lower. What? Ugh. Yeah, that was overboard. You gotta kind of. That's just the thing with games. You gotta, juggle performance with how cool you want it to look. One day we'll just be able to go crazy and put down, 10 million trees, but not yet. Yeah, I got like 10 minutes anyways. So if you guys are watching this YouTube video, sorry, it's only me talking. There's talking to Zach and Hunter. It probably sounds crazy, but anyways, this week just try to get set up with Git and build your little level. That's about it. You can look around. You can watch us do stuff if you want, but. Here's Hunter's Forest. What's the error? Oh yeah, lighting builds take forever. With nothing in the scene, sure. If you're just building the, the example map, what was it?
I think
Sweet.
well, it's there's a I don't know if you've ever used it, but there's a inputs for game setting or project setting,
Oh, okay.
and you need to I think we need to recreate all the like the one input, which is just creating key bindings. Yeah, we need to add those.
Oh, it's currently checked out, the default input.ini. So who hasn't checked out?
I think we can just create a key binding forward back. I do actually. I'm going to be gone this whole week and all next week because I'm going to compete in Nevada, and then I'm also going the next week to go to Illinois to visit colleges.
What do you compete in? Oh, sweet. What's your favorite like thing in gymnastics? Like floor routine, rings, balance.
I do console. I'd say probably all rings.
The rings are killer. You gotta be pretty ripped to do those. Yeah, that'd be cool. I actually like gymnastics. I don't know. I definitely watch it during the Olympics. I even watch it just randomly when it's on. That too, but yeah, but well, the dudes are just like, wow, that's like a superhuman human. Like they're really strong. I'm really not. Yeah, I like the floor routines with it's like dancing and stuff. Eh, overrated. Yeah, totally. See, that's why my computer won't let me probably do any of that garbage. I just use Windows Defender, man. Good enough. I do too, but you just got to be smart. Like, I just got this hard drive, and I already bought another one. I'm gonna put in tomorrow. Well, I've already filled up 2.5 terabytes on this one, and I just got it. I'm I'm crazy. I don't know. Yeah, this one's already getting full, so I had to buy another 4 terabytes. Okay. It should, Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll let you do that, and then if you get it working, just put it back on Git, and I'll pull it down from there, as opposed to both of us doing it. um,
That's one thing I was wondering. What if we both did the same thing? Create to put it, each put it into the game without duplicates.
I don't think so. It'll just overwrite whoever's is first. I don't know. I think I would need to sync up first before it would let me make changes to something you already did.
I guess we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I've never done the source control thing. This is generally like if you work somewhere, there will be a guy that already set all this up that says like, here, press these buttons. Okay, fine. That's the workflow. So we're inventing our own workflow. But it seems like it's going to work. I'm pretty stoked about it. And then next year, if you guys are in the second class, I'm gonna like make Git a requirement so that we are all definitely working on the same thing. And then next year for the intro class, I'm gonna try to set up a project before the class starts. So that's all the students will know, you know.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, yeah. I also like the text to speech thing that they're adding. I'm gonna turn it on purpose on the server. Just like, see what I don't. My brain is able so bad.
Hey, did you make a landscape material, Hunter? Okay, I'll do that.
This is so confusing.
Yeah, Unreal can be confusing.
I'm trying to figure out where they got it there. It's not showing.
It's not working. Like this camera head guy with just a nose.
I thought if I just added new ones, they would work. But I realized that it's actually consistent.
Hmm. Yeah, I did that animation blueprinting thing too. If you go on Phoenix Animations folder, there's a blueprint that I set up. That's supposed to be like if he's falling. Yeah, you like that? I'm just gonna leave that as the model. Stick. It was intentional. Camera head guy. The nose. Oh boy. Side view. Side view's not much better. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna draw it out. You guys make it for me.
Well, I cheated. I've been trying to tell you guys how I cheated, but nobody seems to care or listen. Adobe Fuse, man. It's free. Adobe Fuse. So Adobe Fuse, download that for free. You can only do so much though, but download this bad boy, Adobe Fuse, and then go to mixamo.com. Once you make a little model in Adobe Fuse, it's as easy as making a model for The Sims. You know, you just click a couple things. Then you upload it into here. You actually don't even have to use this. We can make any bipedal. Okay. No, I didn't model it from scratch. I used this thing to make it work. Well, I don't have that kind of time. Like, no way. That'd be like, no. If you can find a quicker way to do something and the end result's the same, then by all means, do it faster, because we're a small team and we have X amount of time. So I'm going to save. I know, exactly. I'm going to save the rigging and the animating for characters, like for the monsters that aren't like humans. Humans are easy now that I found this software that's mind blowing. Is it going to be not a person? Like, check it out, Auto Rigger. Basically, any bipedal humanoid figure, you just tell it where the joints are and stuff. I don't know if you guys can see this yet. Hold on. If it's got 2 arms and 2 legs. But you see this action? Auto Rigger, unbelievable. Creates it for you. It's part of Mixamo, so you can actually upload any character that's bipedal. You can create one with Fuse if you want, or you can create your own. And then it auto rigs it basically, and then you just choose what animations you want. So like under 3D characters also, they have characters, or you can so you can go find a character, or you can apply their animations to your own character. So there's all these free animation packs. So depending on what our guy's gonna do, I was tempted to use some of these where it's like sword and shield animation, magic spell animations, bow and arrow, rifles. So it depends what we're gonna be. I'm waiting for YouTube to catch up with me. You can choose any of these animations and add them to any of your characters. So you see the animation packs now? Pretty cool. You can click through and check them all out. And then under characters, there's a bunch of default ones. We can steal some of these, or you can just make your own. But let's say I want to be this dude. Yeah, I know. I'm watching it on YouTube too, so I can see what you guys see what you're seeing. After that, I pull up a character. It's a little zombie guy. I know. Sorry, guys, if you're watching this video and you're just so confused, but so check this guy out. You got a high heel in the head. And then you can just click on any of these animations, and then you just do add to pack. So now I got guitar playing, I got running. do the neutral. Yeah, they're overlapping too. So it doesn't work on all things because sometimes you'll have penetration if your model's different. But it's definitely a good start. Okay, real zombie.
For character movement, I'm just gonna look up video later.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to find where they're getting access from, but I can't.
If it's got a tail. Well, if we can use this to do some of the enemies, we'll save a lot of time. We got bipedal enemies. Well, bipedal. I mean, they don't have to look like people. They just need 2 arms and 2 legs. They could have a camera for a head, you know. Yeah. Or whatever. Yeah. So look, this guy isn't human, obviously, but he still works. Two arms, 2 legs. Could be a robot, could be whatever, you know.
Wait, so you can add skeleton, different parts of the skeleton in Unreal, don't you?
Yeah. You can do any kind of. Yeah, you can make any kind of crazy skeleton. This is just the cheap, fast way to do stuff. Anything more custom, we just got to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, these are all free. But like I said, if you use Fuse, I'm out of time, but I'll just show you this real quick. You can build your own real quick, or you could just model your own and then use this to rig it and animate it. So once you see, I just pulled in, these are all the ones that I wanted, and then you can download it as an FBX with all the animations. I did. I was originally going to make the character a black guy, but I figured this like generic, like non-threatening white guy would be like a good character. No, well, I put glasses on him and made him kind of like skinny and like yeah, I know. Well, that's the trend, right? All games are doing. Right. Tangled, the parents were already gone. There were. Oh yeah, right. They're the king and queen or whatever. So if I'll wait till the thing catches up with me. I gotta go in like 2 minutes. So in Fuse, you can build guys or girls. Exactly. I'll do a guy though. So this is Fuse. It could, yeah, I don't care. I don't care less. Yeah. So look, you just pick heads, arms, torsos, and legs, and then right, and and then if you want to like, if you want to customize anything, there's a bunch of sliders. So yeah, not bad. And then you can tweak them all you want too. You can also go in and change the anything. You can give them bigger pecs or a bigger butt or whatever you want here. Yep, you can also when you the textures also too. You can go in and say if you want 2048 textures or 1024 textures. You can get the higher res textures. I did 2048 for the skin and the clothes, I believe. The shoes and the hair and everything else, I left at 1024. But you can change this, everything. You can make them blue. Could mess with. This is why it came with teeth, Hunter. You asked why I did teeth. It came with teeth. You could do feline eyeball shapes. Cool. You'll like that. You can see how far you can go with this. Yeah, then you go into clothing. And you can upload your own clothing too. You can model it and then upload it into here. There's barely anything to work with. But how did if you're doing real fur, you're gonna probably want to use PhysX hair and fur, but it's pretty wild and crazy. Yeah. And a pain. Yeah. Yeah, and then you can also you can customize everything. You click on whatever thing you want to customize, you go into customize, and you can mess with it. I think so. Oh, it'd be under customize. Ear, rounded, pointy, earlobe. I think you do one ear at a time, or both ears, I mean. But you can go change any little piece of him if you want. For the ears, rounded, pointy, earlobes, or no lobes. But you can click on the other parts of the ear, like the inside of the ear has more options. The lobe has some more options. Each little thing that highlights, you can customize. And then if you want to change the texture, like on this, it's pretty cool. It's like procedural, so I could change the camo color to, it's all right. It'll catch up pretty soon. Yeah, I do. This is Adobe Fuse, and Mixamo is the one that's going to give you the animations. And Adobe Fuse is in preview mode right now, and it's free. It'll probably be paid for like next year. You'll have to pay for it, I'm sure. Yeah, do it now. You can put beards on them. You can do. It's a virus. So pretty cool, right? Video tutorials, right? Yeah, well, I encourage you guys to do that. I can only teach you so much. I only have so much time, and I don't know everything. So, but no, definitely not. But this is a cool shortcut. If we can use this to make some characters like Jonathan Phoenix's girlfriend or whatever. Yeah, this is her. Very masculine. But no, we can make a couple characters like this. And if we wanted to do like cut scenes of like him in the hospital, you could have like a doctor, or cut scenes of his memory, You can even have it where he plays his memory and he plays in the Elysium field, switch back and forth like locations. So we might need people. Yeah, fine. We need a lot of things. Anyways, that's my guy. I'm gonna bounce. I'm 10 minutes late, so discard. Yeah, exactly. I do spend the majority of my time on this class, so as you can probably tell, the rest of them I just kind of do what I got to do to get by. Next year, I'm just going to be doing the game design pathway, which will be 2 classes. It'll be the first one and the second one, and IT pathway, which is 3 classes. Oh, and security. So I'm doing plus photography, Photoshop, interactive publishing, intern, like the whole thing. So I'm just dropping Photoshop and photography and publishing and yearbook and interns and all that garbage. I'll just focus on games and computers. So what I enjoy anyways. I like Photoshop and photography, but whatever. I only have so much time. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm on salary. As long as they keep me with enough stuff to do, it's all the same. Yeah, and if they think there's not enough stuff, they'll just give me some more garbage to do. That's why they gave me interns and yearbook and mobile lab. They're like, you're not doing enough. Like, okay, well, I surely am. Yeah. I'm just like, do what you will with me as long as I'm on salary. I don't really care, man. So hopefully I'll have an office set up next year, and hopefully we'll eventually get this game produced to some extent, at least as like a demo or something on Steam. Yeah, then you could have it as not for money, just to have it in your portfolio, and you can show people like, hey, I did this in high school, check it out, and get you a job. Yeah, the game looks kind of stupid, but I want to go see the movie. I will. I'm on spring break pretty much after today, so yeah, I'll wake up and play games, but that's not too bad. Yeah. Wednesday, the Temecula campus is closed, so I'm good. All I got to do is Thursday, and that's easy. So, sweet. We'll play something. But I gotta go. Yeah, let me know if you get that figured out, Zach, and I'll be on Discord today, so I'll catch you guys later.